Ever feel exhausted and overwhelmed? What if I told you it has nothing to do with how busy your schedule is?
We blame our jobs, our money, or our relationships. Sure, those are real, but they aren't the root cause of your burnout.
The real problem isn't the stress itself. It's what that stress does inside your body every hour you ignore it.
Right now, your body might be producing a hormone that's literally shrinking your brain, defeat your metabolism, and wrecking your sleep. It makes every emotion feel 10 times harder. That hormone is cortisol, and chronic high cortisol is a total biological emergency.
You don't feel cortisol like a normal headache.
You feel it as brain fog or a constant hum of dread. It's being tired all day but unable to sleep at night.
It's that stubborn belly fat that won't budge. Sound familiar? Stick around, because we're gonna fix your biology today.
Ever feel like you're running on empty? What if your exhaustion has nothing to do with your schedule?
We blame work, money, and relationships. Sure, they're tough, but they aren't the real antagonist here.
The problem isn't the stress itself. It's something much more sinister. It is about the silent damage stress causes inside your body every single hour you ignore it.
Right now, your body might be pumping out a hormone that is literally shrinking your brain. It's defeat your metabolism, ruining your sleep, and making every emotion feel 10 times more intense.
That hormone is cortisol. Chronic high cortisol isn't just a mood, it's a full-blown biological emergency.
Most people are trapped inside this emergency right now, and they don't even realize it's happening.
Sound familiar? Here is what I want you to know before we go any further. There are 3 specific habits that can measurably lower your cortisol levels in hours. No supplements or detoxes needed. This is real science and real biology. Best of all, you can start all 3 of them today.
The third habit is the most important. It sounds strange and goes against everything you've been told about stress.
It might be the most important thing you learned this year. But first, understand what is happening inside your body. Once you see it clearly, you'll never look at stress the same way. Here is a number that should disturb you. 83% of American workers report feeling stressed at work. Not just occasionally, but chronically, persistently, and daily stressed. That number has been climbing for over a decade. Here is why cortisol makes this situation genuinely dangerous for you. Cortisol is a biological emergency. Most people live inside it without ever realizing it's happening.
You don't feel high cortisol like a headache. Instead, you experience it as persistent brain fog.
It's that low hum of dread. It's being exhausted all day, yet unable to sleep at night.
It's the stubborn belly fat and snapping at loved ones. Does any of this sound familiar to you?
I have good news. There are 3 specific habits that can measurably lower your stress levels fast.
No supplements or expensive therapy needed. This is real biology that starts working in just a few hours.
You can start today. But pay close attention to the third habit. It's the real game changer.
It sounds strange and goes against traditional advice. But it might be the most important thing you learn. First, understand what's happening inside your body. Once you see it clearly, you'll never look at stress the same way again.
Not just occasionally, but chronically and daily. This number has been climbing every single year for over a decade now.
What is this marvelous light? It holds so much power.
Threat detected. Cortisol spikes, heart rate rises, muscles tighten, and focus narrows. Your body is ready to respond instantly.
Threat passes, cortisol clears, and you return to baseline. This brilliant system is what kept our ancestors alive for millennia.
The real problem? your brain can't tell the difference between a physical threat and a purely emotional one.
Your body reacts to an angry email from your boss exactly like it reacts to a hungry predator. The email, the deadline, the financial pressure, they don't go away. Your body stays on high alert constantly. Cortisol never clears. It layers day after day, week after week. This chronic elevation is actually quite alarming.
Research shows sustained high cortisol shrinks your hippocampus. That's the part of your brain for memory and learning.
It also handles emotional regulation. You aren't just feeling worse, your brain is literally changing shape.
Then there's the cortisol trap. High levels suppress your prefrontal cortex, the area for rational decisions.
This part plans ahead and keeps emotions in check. Stress literally blocks your ability to think clearly. It's a vicious cycle. Stress makes it harder to figure out how to actually reduce the stress. You get stuck, and the cycle locks in. But there is an exit. Here is exactly how to fix it.
The physiological sigh. It's a total game changer for your brain. It's the fastest biological reset button you own. You've probably done it 1,000 times without even knowing it.
Remember that shaky, double-gasped breath after a long cry? Or when life just feels like too much? That's it.
Your body isn't glitching. It's trying to save you. Once you master this, you'll have a special ability against stress. When stress connect, tiny air sacs in your lungs, alveoli, actually collapse. Then, carbon dioxide starts flooding your system. That CO2 buildup is a massive panic trigger. It's the hidden reason why hyperventilating feels so terrifyingly out of control.
You aren't broken when you feel dread. You're just reacting to a very real chemical shift in your intense red.
The sigh fixes everything in seconds. That first deep breath starts popping those air sacs back open instantly. Physiological sigh. It's the fastest biological reset your body can perform right now. Let's dive in.
You've probably done this involuntarily before. That deep, shuddering double inhale after crying or when feeling completely overwhelmed.
Your body does it automatically because it's trying to fix something specific. Once you understand it, you'll use it forever.
When you're under stress, tiny air sacs in your lungs called alveoli start to collapse. This is the root problem.
This collapse causes a buildup of carbon dioxide in your intense red. High CO2 is a powerful trigger for anxiety.
Elevated intense red CO2 is one of the most powerful triggers for panic that exists. It's a biological alarm bell.
This is why controlled hyperventilation can actually induce a panic strike. Your body is reacting to the chemical shift. Your body isn't broken when you feel dread. It's just responding to a real chemical change. You can fix it.
The first inhale reinflates your lungs. That tiny second sniff on top, it fully expands them for maximum oxygen.
Then, a slow exhale triggers your vagus nerve. This flips the switch on your parasympathetic nervous system immediately.
This system handles rest, repair, and calm. Stanford researchers tested dozens of methods to find the absolute best one. They found the physiological sigh creates the fastest drop in stress levels of any technique ever tested. It's science.
It's faster than meditation or box breathing. Here is your simple action plan to start using this today. Next time stress rises, at the very first sign, don't wait for a breakdown. Stop and use this biological hack.
Inhale deeply through your nose. Before you exhale, take one more quick sniff right on top of that breath.
Now, let it all out slowly through your mouth. Repeat this twice. That's it. Your stress is dropping already.
The best part? You can do this anywhere. In a meeting, in your car, or even waiting in a line.
Nobody will even notice, but your nervous system will feel the shift instantly.
Keep that in mind, because later I'll show you how to stack this with 2 other habits.
We'll use a specific sequence that multiplies the effect. But first,
Let's look at habit 2.
This one works while you're doing something you already do every single morning.
One of the most powerful cortisol-lowering tools you own is already sitting in your bathroom. Cold water on your face. It's simple, fast, and incredibly effective. This isn't some extreme 4 a.m. ice bath trend. This is real biology at work. Exhale slowly through your mouth. Do this twice. It's the ultimate biological reset button. 2 breaths, 30 seconds. Your cortisol drops instantly. You'll feel the tension just melt away. Best part? Do it anywhere, in meetings, or even while driving your car. It's totally invisible.
Even waiting in line. No one notices, but your nervous system definitely feels the relief.
Keep this technique in mind. Later, I'll show you how to stack it for maximum impact. We'll use a specific sequence that multiplies the stress-lowering effects. It's a total game changer. But first, habit 2. This one fits perfectly into your existing morning routine every single day. The most powerful tool for lowering cortisol is actually sitting right there in your bathroom. Cold water on your face. Simple, right? But it's a biological game changer. Don't dismiss this as some 4 a.m. ice bath wellness trend you see on social media. This is real science.
This is an ancient reflex your body has carried for millions of years. It's called the mammalian dive reflex.
When cold water connects the skin around your eyes and nose, your brain thinks you've just dived into the ocean.
The response is instant. Your heart rate slows, your vagus nerve fires, and your body enters a state of calm. Your nervous system takes over, and cortisol plummets. It can actually slash your heart rate by 25%. No training required. This reflex is hardwired into your biology. You just have to know how to trigger it. This is more valuable than you realize. Cortisol follows a daily curve, peaking right when you open your eyes. In healthy people, this morning spike is useful. It gives you energy and focus to start your day right.
But under chronic stress, that spike is already too high. It sets an elevated baseline for your entire day.
This means every little stressor is amplified. Cold water doesn't just wake you up, it actively lowers that baseline. You aren't just reacting to stress anymore. You're proactively lowering the floor that stress builds upon every single morning. Here's the plan. Before your phone or coffee, go to the sink and splash cold water on your face 10 times. Focus on the area beneath your eyes and your nose bridge. This triggers that powerful mammalian dive reflex immediately. For an extra boost, hold a cold, wet cloth over your eyes for 30 seconds. It's a total biological reset. This protocol takes under 2 minutes. Consistency is key to reporting significantly lower anxiety levels in just a few days. Send this to a friend who's always exhausted, not as a joke, but because they might not know their body can do this. Now for the next one. Stay with me. And it sounds strange, but once you understand the science, it makes perfect sense.
Stress shaking. Have you ever watched a dog after it gets scared by a loud noise or a near miss?
It shakes its whole body for a minute. Then, it's fine. It wags its tail and walks away like nothing happened. No lingering anxiety or tension. Just done. That's not a coincidence. It's biology completing its natural cycle.
When a threat occurs, stress hormones like cortisol and adrenaline flood your body, tightening your muscles for action.
These tools must be discharged. In the wild, animals escape, shake it off, and the hormones clear instantly. But humans short-circuit this. We get the hormonal flood, but then we just sit at a desk, trapping the stress.
Let's recap. Your body runs a stress response meant for short emergencies, but your modern life never stops delivering them.
The cortisol built up, The cycle's never finished, and you have been living inside that accumulation, probably for years.
But now you have the tools. A double inhale and a slow exhale to clear your intense red chemistry in seconds.
Cold water on your face to trigger a reflex that has been inside you your entire life.
And 2 minutes of intentional shaking to let your nervous system finally finish what stress started.
Imagine waking up tomorrow with a body that is not already bracing for impact. Imagine feeling stress actually leave you. Imagine lying down at night and having your mind go quiet because your cortisol is genuinely lower. That is not a fantasy.
That is what a regulated nervous system feels like. It is available to you. Tell me which habit you'll try first.